violent 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning they're still looking for others.
Now, we've been going through. No.
Every day, my nigga purging.
Keep me a stick if they purge.
Yeah. Please don't try to purge me.
What did Bricc baby do though?
They got I think they brought Bricc in for that AK-47 shit.
Just a chopper?
It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him.
Man, free Bricc.
Free Bricc, man.
Yeah, free Bricc for sure.
Free Bricc.
Yeah.
For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement.
Whole conversation of you and Big U about him telling you Nipsey is dead, and you calling Nipsey and he's still alive, and then 30 minutes later he's dead.
Listen, I do not agree with nobody talking about an open case. Dead homies. Don't put me involved in that. I separated and removed myself from any nigga that's doing that. Neighborhood Crip. I'm a real joint. I don't do none of that. That's goofy to me. Dead homie.
Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence.
Look, Bricc thought I'd try to set him up, right? Because soon as the incident happened, Wack calls. He said you called him, but
Wack called me.
For a nonprofit, we were really thriving. Then Nipsey gets killed. Well, after Nipsey get killed, then the rumor goes out, Big U had something to do. We lost everything.
You lost all those?
Everyone, I tell you everything.
Wow.
Kanye stopped answering the phone. Adidas stopped answering the phone. And I ended up almost going dead broke because we already committed to these teams.
Player. Big U's son's best friend played on the football team who was living with Big U was killed. And it was saying that Big U didn't show up to the funeral. You always say if you know anything about these gang murders to give you the information. But when the football player is the best friend of your son who was living with you turns up dead, you don't want nothing to do with nothing, right? So the news came out today, this morning. The mother said that Big U has been denying to give his DNA. So they had to send a warrant to get Big U's DNA. You want to take a wild guess whose DNA came back on their son? Big U, Eugene Henley's DNA, came back on her son's fingernails.